Hey there, folks. It's been a little bit. I wanted to do an update video on some stuff. With the car accident, we're doing good. We're just dealing with insurance stuff right now, and my concussion's gotten better. Life is getting busy. I don't know if I'll have a whole lot of time to do a lot of videos right now. So I'll try to get videos maybe once a month. See if I can get something. But yeah, that's kind of what we're going with right now. Life's getting busy. I'm going to be starting my new job. I actually just had my last shift at Cafe Zupas. And it's very bittersweet. I will be honest, 7 years is a long time to work for a company. When I first started with Cafe Zupas, I thought I was going to be here like a year. I was like, I don't want to be in the restaurant industry. I want to do something different. And I just kind of stayed because I'm like after the first year, like COVID hit, and I'm like, yeah, okay, that's fine. And I just all right, I need to make sure I have something, because if I get a new job, I was looking at getting a new job right around the time when everything kind of shut down back in 2020. And I actually had applied to another job. They had offered me a job. I'm like, all right, and I talked with my dad about it. He's like, hey, you should probably stay with something, because the newest person is going to be the first person to go most of the time. And he's like, you're right. So I'm like, all right, we're going to stay. And I said, hey, I'm not going to do this. A couple weeks later, everything shut down. I have no idea what happened to the company I had applied to. I don't know anything. It was something that would help with college stuff. And that was kind of what I was looking for. And yeah. Anywho, first year came around, and that's what happened. That's why I stayed. Second year came around. I'm like, I need benefits, because I had proposed to my wife like halfway through my second year. We met over Facebook, and we talked a lot once everything shut down. And we said, let's do this. Let's be together. And I had a long distance relationship. I met her in May of 2021 in person. And before that, I'm like, I knew, like, this is the person I want to marry. So I proposed to her after that. And consider a long distance relationship for the next year and a half. I'm like, I need benefits. I'm like, let's look for something. I wasn't getting hired anywhere. I'm like, all right, going to management. I went to management at Cafe Zupas, and I just kind of kept going. And that was one of the big things that kept me here, was like, I need the benefits to be able to take care of things. And with what people are going to hire me for right now, I'm not going to get the same pay rate and the same benefits, or I could get certain of the benefits or a similar pay rate, or one of the two. It wasn't going to be both typically. So I'm like, all right, we're going to stay. And I just kind of kept doing that. And I was looking at going into being a general manager for Cafe Zupas. And we got to a point, and I told my boss that I'm like, I want to do this before my baby was born. After, and things just kind of kept going. My boss was like, hey, I'll come back, talk to you in a little bit. Never came back. And I talked with our general manager at the time, like, hey, I just mentioned like, hey, I don't feel good about this. Like, I had mentioned this, but I don't care anymore. So I'm just gonna keep going, and I'm gonna see if I can find someone else. Immediately after that, my boss came and was like, hey, so you still want to do this? I'm like, yeah, I still want to do this. Like, I just didn't know because you had the baby. I'm like, I was waiting for you to tell me because you told me you were going to tell me. She was waiting for me to talk to her about it. Again, it's kind of funny how it ended up working out. That is, we were both waiting for each other to talk to her because I was waiting for her to talk to me about it because that was what we had finished. That was the last conversation we had about it. But she was waiting for me to talk to her about it because just like, you're going to have a baby. There's all this other stuff going on in your life. I'm like, okay, it's fine, whatever. And I got transferred out of the store I was at to go to another store. The plan was I was going to train with the general manager that was at that store. We both got transferred from that store to another store. But before, like, her transfer was finishing up, they're like, hey, you need to take over this store up in Mill Creek. I'm like, cool, let's do it. I went in there. I'm like, I got this. I can do this. And things just kind of worked out that it didn't sit right. And and when I realized exactly what it was like to be there and be in charge, I'm like, okay, this is not what I want to do. And there's nothing wrong with them. I have so much respect for people who this is what they want to do. I'm like, this is not what I want to do. This is not going to work for me. This is not going to work for my family. And I told everyone, if I was in a different position as in a family thing, if I was single, great, I'd just do it. And thinking about it, if my wife had family here close by that she felt like she could trust them 100% all the time to do everything. Like, she loves my family, but she doesn't entirely feel like she can trust them with everything and rely on them all the time because they're busy, they have their own lives, and it's a different culture. So there's just that whole thing that it's hard for her to open up as much with that. So at times she feels kind of isolated, and like, I'm the person she gets to talk with. I'm the person she gets to kind of let all the stress out. Like, hey, this is what's going on. Like, bleh. And that's totally fine. But when I'm not at home to do that, and I'm not home for that, I'm at work 60 hours a week, she's like, this is hard for me. And it's like, okay, yeah. And it's hard for me because I'm like, I understand. Like, I know that this is what's going on, and I know that she needs me, and I can't be there. It stresses me out. So it was just the whole thing. And then having to be in charge of the store also means you have to be aware of everything that's going on, even when you're not there. And I was getting phone calls left and right from people at the store. I was like, hey, like, I don't know, just like, okay, when I'm on my day off, I need time off. Like, this is the only time I get to be with my wife. This is the only time I get to be with my family. And if I'm constantly on the phone, not getting paid for it, it's hard. And I felt like how it would be is like, I would just be a lot more of the same for me. And like, this is not going to work out. So before we fully got started on the training program, like, this is not what I want to do. And like, thank you for telling us so we don't have to waste our time training you to do this. And I was told, like, next month, probably I would get transferred out. I ended up being there for another 7-8 months almost. Somewhere around there. And it's like, all right, this is great. This is fine. It was a lot of work running. It was so much work. And things just kind of went. And in that time, I started applying to different places, and I applied to work at Fidelity Investments, who hired me. It took a few months to like have it go through all the way. But yeah, so overall, it's been a great experience. So many good things. I've learned a lot from this experience, and I've met so many amazing people working here. And there's been a lot of hard things. There's been a lot of great things. And I think that's just life. And having it just be done now, it's hard in a way, you know. Because this has been my home away from home for 7 years. So, yeah, that's just how it goes. So, my uniform, I'm probably going to keep one of the shirts and one of my hats that I have just as a nice little keepsake. And that probably be it. It feels weird having today have been my last shift, my last day working at Cafe Zupas. I'm excited to move forward, but at the same time, it's like there's a lot of emotion too. I have spent so much time at this company, and I have worked so hard to get stores to where they're actually doing well. There were multiple times where it was like, hey, I get sent to a store, and I'm like, I'm helping rebuild the stores. And I know other concepts, that would just be a thing that a general manager does. It's like, you're in charge of rebuilding this store. I'm like, I've been doing it side by side with general managers, like part of it, like even without having a general manager in the store. And it's like, hey, I need your help for the next couple of weeks. Maintain the store, get as much people as you can, and to help kind of build the store as well. It's like, all right, cool. And I was doing this for 8 months over at our Mill Creek location. And I know that says a lot about, like, and I don't want to toot my own horn, but it does say a lot about how people trusted me. So, kind of what I want to say with all of this, I know it's a lot of information, and I'm just talking, unscripted, anything. And what I really want to say with this is that the best thing you can do in any job you have is give your all. You give your all at any job you have, you're going to be fine. Because at the end of the day, if you don't give it all, your all, you're just going to be there and it's going to suck. And nobody's going to want to give you more to do. And you're just going to kind of be there. You give your all at your job. It's going to be hard at times. And that's just life. When you're there, you're there. Give your 100%. And it's okay if some days 100% is only 70%. It's okay if some days 100% looks like 50. You do what you can. You do the best that you can every single day. And you're going to be okay. All right? That's the big thing I want to say. And if anybody out there is in Salt Lake area, if they're in Utah, certain parts of Idaho, if you're in Arizona, Texas, in near Dallas area, we're in all kinds of different places at Cafe Zupas. If you're looking for a job, reach out to me. Love to get a chance to talk to you about my experience more and different things. If you're looking to move places that are close by, talk to me. I can put you in touch with people who, if you want to work for Cafe Zupas, they can help you out, all right? Well, folks, this is the end of this chapter for me. We'll kind of go forward and we'll see where life takes us. And I'll try to get more videos out. And we'll kind of have to see how my new schedule works with everything and what time I have. Hopefully I can get a video out a month. If not, we'll do the best we can to get more videos out. Thank you guys so much for watching. We'll see you next time. Farewell.